Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. I really feel that the New York Knicks should be put up for sale by James Dolan. He won't do it, but it should be put up for sale. In recent incidents where basically you have Patrick Ewing who gave his all to that franchise. It wasn't Patrick Ewing's fault that they couldn't win a ring. They had to deal with Michael Jordan, among other things. Um, they ran into a young San Antonio Spurs team, a young up and coming Tim Duncan, who who we all knew from the day they called his name he was going to be a superstar. Tim Duncan was one of the few players. This is why I have Tim Duncan in my top 10, possibly top 5 greatest players ever, because you know why? The moment they called his name, you already knew that he was going to the Hall of Fame. There wasn't a shadow of a doubt that Tim Duncan wasn't going to be an NBA superstar, a multi-time All-Star, and a first ballot Hall of Famer, and you knew he was going to win championships. I mean, and that's why Tim Duncan is one of the most impactful players that ever played NBA basketball. I know he don't get enough credit, but you knew he was the truth. You knew it at Wake Forest. You knew it the first time he stepped on the NBA court. You knew it. You knew he was that good. But getting back to Patrick Ewing, I'm just always gonna have it in. I just don't care for David Stern because I know that in 1985, the NBA screwed the Golden State Warriors out of Patrick Ewing when all of a sudden they came up with this lottery. Everybody is kind of admitted that the lottery was rigged and where the Knicks could get Patrick Ewing. And that's why I never respected the self-righteous dictator David Stern. Okay? And I'm just keeping it 100. Patrick Ewing was drafted number 1 overall in 1985 by the New York Knicks out of Georgetown. He is an NBA legend. He was voted top 50 greatest players of all time. He scored over 20,000 points. He was good. And he should be welcome always in Madison Square Garden. But for the security to mistreat him and harass him and then trying to pretend like the typical, oh, they didn't know who he was, like just random 7 feet dudes just walk into Madison Square Garden trying to get into a game. I mean, just stop it. And once again, this falls on James Dolan because people could say, well, James Dolan might have not. James Dolan is supposed to be aware of what's going on with his team. He should tell the security or have somebody call the security and say, Patrick Ewing is always welcome. He's done this with Spike Lee. He's done this with Charles Oakley. Now, I don't know about the other stuff about James Dolan, but he's suspect, to say the least. Now, they have been calls for him to put the team up for sale for years, but he won't do it. Me, myself, I think the Knicks should be put up for sale, but for you to do Patrick Ewing, the guy that gave his all to that franchise, yeah, blatantly disrespectful. And let's go back to that finals versus the Houston Rockets where they went to a game 7. John Stark shot them out of that game where he went like 3 for 15. He literally shot them out of that game, and that's why they didn't win. but he should always be welcome back with no trouble. I think Patrick Ewing being harassed, at Madison Square Garden, I think whoever harassed him should be fired. And like I said, James Dolan, he just needs to sell the team and just get it over with. Let somebody else have that team. That's going to, treat the team right and treat their players right. And just, you know what I'm saying, do what it takes to put a winning team in New York. At least in, that barrel of Manhattan. Because the Brooklyn Nets is the team that's making waves. So, just wanted to put that out there. This your boy Tam Diz. I'm out.